The three, Rowena Murray is my special guest, sex educator and author of the book For Fox's Sake, a guide for young girls on how to stay safe online and in relationships. In your experience, Rowena, are parents addressing this, or are they fingers crossed nothing happens?
Everybody is different, so every set of parents is dealing with it a little bit differently. Some of them are really onto it, have great open relationships with their teenagers that they can really talk this out. There are a lot of parents that are crossing the fingers and hoping for the best, unfortunately.
If the horse is bolted, if there's a photo out of Mary Lou who's 16 or whatever, and it's online, that could cause a whole lot of other issues. Outside of embarrassment, outside of, oh, why the hell did I do that? It could cause family issues, could cause all sorts of problems.
It really can, and that's the key thing. The younger generation, which makes me sound really old to say that, but it's true, they're absolute digital natives. I know 3-year-olds who can work an iPad better than I can, and I'm a digital specialist. So they view the internet, they view social media quite differently to how, we do and how the parental generation do. So they don't have that filter that we do. We don't hesitate to go, oh, Twitter's driving me nuts, I'm going to switch it off for a month.
10 years old today, Twitter.
Exactly. So it's just absolutely amazing that there's a different mindset, and parents have never experienced it directly, so they're not always in the best position to advise their kids on this.
Why a book just for young women?
It actually came down to a lot of these digital issues. There's a lot of great sex education information out there, a lot of data about, the mechanics and where to go for this and what goes where. But what really is important as well is relationships, confidence, self-empowerment, self-esteem. And when there's a barrage of 24/7 bullying and sextortion lurking around in everyone's back pocket, I felt that it was really important that we actually address these really critical issues. Let's get in front of that gate before the horse is bolted. Let's get younger girls thinking about and talking about the ramifications of these kinds of things before it becomes an issue.
At a school level, education level, how is it being handled?
It's very, very mixed. Some schools are handling it pretty well, but, as Tom just mentioned, the Safe Schools campaign, which is an anti-bullying campaign within schools, that's been copping a lot of grief because it does delve into this anti-bullying, particularly for the LGBTQI community. So we need more of these programs, not less.
96900 693 or 13 13 32. Rowena Murray, sex educator and author. The book is called For Fox's Sake. It's a guide for young girls. At what age should someone be reading it?
It really does depend on the individual. I know people who have bought it for their 12-year-old daughters, and I know parents who have been uncomfortable with letting their 16-year-old daughters read it. So it does come down to the age appropriateness of it. I believe that it's suitable because young children today are typically seeing online porn on smartphones by the time they're 10 to 12. So by the time they're 12 years old, they've viewed sex online, and if they don't have a really good sense of awareness of what porn actually is, they're going to start coming at it from the wrong direction from the outset.
Rowena, good work. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks very much.
Rowena